Here's an update on the economy. What I'm going to do today is read you a thread that economist Justin Wolfers, who is a professor of economics at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, has come out with for the September jobs report. So the September jobs report is back, is up in a delayed fashion, and the October job numbers aren't out yet. So this is already a late, uh, you know, uh, publication of economic numbers. And my question is, can we even believe the government's numbers anymore? We remember Donald Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics because she issued numbers that were not what Donald Trump wanted to see. And so with the September numbers, here's what Justin Wolfers, Professor Wolfers said. A relief and good news. September's job reports was finally released, and it shows a relatively healthy labor market. But I mean, as you go through the thread, you realize that it's not really that healthy, and this is also stale from last month. We don't know how, not last month, 2 months ago, September, because we don't have October numbers. Payrolls were up by 119,000, a bit stronger than expected and definitely well above the recession territory. The unemployment rate rose up a tick to 4.4%, continuing a slow but worrying trend. Revisions. August was revised from plus 26K jobs to minus 4. That is worrying. July was revised from 79 to 72K. Over the past 3 months, payroll growth has averaged 62K, which is moderate, not hot, not cold, but probably not Goldilocks either. So you kind of can tell that the good news that Professor Wolfers is talking about is that the numbers finally came out, not that the economy is doing well. The numbers from the much noisier household survey are interesting. It reports employment grew by 251K in September, yet participation grew even more strongly. So yes, unemployment rose a tick, but really, this is a noisy number with some underlying strength. Then he says the president has put tariffs on the whole economy in an effort to revive manufacturing, and it is not working. Here's what worries the Fed and me. The unemployment rate is slowly drifting up. This is a clear sign of an unhealthy economy, and it's happening slowly enough that it hasn't attracted many headlines, but it really matters. And a reminder, these are the job numbers from way back in September. Want to know what happened since then? So do I. But the shutdown plunged us into data darkness, and we are emerging into a thick fog. My dissent in part of this comment is that the shutdown, was it the shutdown that played the big part? Because the shutdown came after Donald Trump's economic policies. The shutdown came after Donald Trump fired the BLS director for issuing legitimate numbers. The shutdown came after they decided they wanted to delay the September jobs numbers. And now they have pushed back the October job numbers, and there's no telling when and if we're going to get the October job numbers, and whether the numbers coming out of the government is reliable to begin with or not. So our economy is in a place where we are flying blind, according to Justin Wolfers, an economics professor at the University of Michigan. And there are other signs like professor and Nobel laureate Paul Krugman, who talks about the vibe session and how, despite talking about theoretically the government the economy may be doing okay, but that's not what the story is on the ground with the people, with rising costs of everything from energy to food to toys. So with that update, I'll get back to you again when there's another report or there's something else to talk about in regard to this very uncertain economic period in our history. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.